Hello everyone, welcome to Auto All About. So for today we are having the all new 2019 Jeep Compass Limited model. We will have a full review of the Jeep Compass with a short test drive. So let's begin with the exterior features of the new Jeep Compass. So having a look at the front end of the Compass, as we can see, there is a standard Jeep vertical grills are there on the front. The car is having a bigger car feel from the front, and the grille is definitely really beautiful. It is having a piano black insert with some aluminum kind of finishes. If you have a look at the headlamps, we are having a daytime running lamp in the front side along with the halogen headlamps, and at the bottom we are having halogen fog lamps as well available. Also the indicator lights are integrated on top of the fog lamps, and as we can see on the front end we are having these parking sensors available even on the side as well, which acts as the blind spot. As the car is having around 21 centimeters of ground clearance. So coming towards the sides, we are having this black wheel arches available here, and also having a look at the wheels, we are having 19-inch wheels for this limited trim, since it is the top of the line model, and also a diamond cut kind of wheels as well. The car is having 235 series tires in all four corners. Coming towards the sides, the mirrors comes along with indicators, and also the compass badging is given on both driver and passenger doors on the sides, and at the bottom, as we can see, there is a black color of finish given all around the car. Coming towards the fuel door, it's a manually push open type of fuel door, which is a capless kind of design. At the rear end, Jeep looks really beautiful. As you can see, these are the tail lamps, which is partial LED for this portion, and inside we are having incandescent bulbs, and the 4x4 logo is given here, as well as the trim level limited is mentioned on the other side as well. And we are having a handle to open the trunk, and there is a button inside. Just push it to open the trunk. And above the number plate, we are having the rear view camera as well as a rear wiper with the washer fluid. There are two rear fog lamps at the bottom in the rear bumper, and also, as you can see, there are two exhaust pipes only on one side. Having a look at the trunk of the Compass, it's having a standard sized trunk here, along with some storage pockets on both sides, as well as we are having a spare tire and some tools at the bottom. To close it, we don't have any power assistive function for the trunk. We will have to close it manually. Overall, the car is having a really nice finish. On top, we can see these rails are given, and also some aluminum inserts, and also the top line of the car is finished in black color, which gives definitely a really sporty look for the car. So now let's have a look at the interior of the Compass. So as I told, open the door, there is a sensor behind. Just keep the hands there and the door will open for us. To lock the doors, press the button and it will lock the door for us. The rear doors doesn't have the lock and lock function. Only the driver and passenger front doors are getting the lock and lock function here. So We have a traditional keyhole as well available on the door handle. So let's open. Inside we can see the door panels are having injection molded plastic on top and leather finish at the bottom with some contrast stitching in red color here for this particular model. And then we have the aluminum door handles with the lock key here. Moving below, we are having the mirror controls in the handrest area. It is having, we can select left, right, or we can keep it in the center. And below that we have the mirror fold button. Just press it to fold the outside mirrors. And then we have the window controls. We are having the front windows fully automatic up and down, and the rear windows doesn't have the automatic function. And then we have the scroll lock, but then we have the scroll lock button and the electronic lock unlock button as well, along with some small storage area. And at the bottom we have a nice cup holder and the speaker here. The doors are pretty wide open type, and you can see on the door sill we have a Jeep name printed over there. Having a look at the interior of the Compass, as you can see, this model is having the white leather seats, but the seats are manually adjustable, including the height adjustment and power lumbar here. So the seats, we can see it is having the Jeep logo printed, and also in the center we are having some kind of cloth finish with leather and red accent stitching on the sides, and at the bottom we have a black kind of finish here. So let's have a look at the interior. The doors are having plenty solid sound, and here this is the overall look of the dashboard of the new Compass. So to start the car, you have to keep the foot on the brake and press the start button. So on the left side of the dashboard we are having the automatic headlight controls here with front and rear fog lamp controls as well. And then we have the light level adjustment along with the instrument panel light dimming control. Then we have an AC vent on the left side. Then having a look at the instrument cluster, we are having a 7-inch display on the center with 2 analog dials. The center screen is customizable. As you can see, currently when the car is in lower speeds, it will be displaying the car in the center for the parking sensors. When we are close to something, it will be showing in the screen. And on the left side we can see the engine temperature, and on the right side we have the fuel gauge. Now having a look at the steering wheel, we are having a normal round steering wheel which is completely leather wrapped with red color contrast stitching here. In the center we are having the Jeep logo, which is having the horn as well. And on the left side we can see there is a navigation button which controls the center screen, and at the bottom we have the Bluetooth telephone controls. On the right side we are having the cruise control buttons and also the speed limiter button as well here. These 2 blank switches are for the adaptive cruise control. On the left side of the steering column we are having the indicator control buttons, and also it acts as the high beam function for the headlights. On the right side we are having the wiper controls here. The inner dial controls the rear wiper and the outer one controls the front wiper. And in the same way, if we pull the lever towards us, it will be operating the windscreen washer, and if we push it, it will be operating the rear washer. Also On the rear side of the steering, we are having 3 buttons here: volume up and down and mute button. Also on the left side we are having 3 buttons as well, which is controlling the next or previous track or changing the source, etc. Now coming to the center screen is having multiple functions which can be accessed through these navigation buttons. Once we press the bottom, it will show us the tire pressures, and if we press the right or left button, it will go through different gauges, such as the coolant temperature, the transmission temperature, oil temperature, battery voltage, and the next service. Also we can set as a reminder here how many days remaining or how many kilometers we will have to do the service, these details as well. Now moving down again, it will show us the fuel economy details. Again, if we move down, we have the trip meter, and again if we go down, it will show us the audio or radio, whichever track is playing. Then we are having the messages function, which will show us any text messages if available in the phone which is connected. And again, if we go down, it will take us to the setup, and if you press the center button, it will take us to the setup, and from that we can configure whatever things to be displayed. Now on the upper right, we are having the clock. If you want to change it, just press OK. We can go through different menus and we can select whatever data we need to be displayed there. Like that. The left, right and center of the display areas can be configured in a similar way. Now moving further to the dashboard, overall we are having a really nice looking interior in this new generation Compass. The overall finish of the dashboard is done with injection molded plastic, and at the bottom we are having hard finishes, and also in the center console we can see a lot of hard plastic finishes everywhere. Now moving on to the center, we are having a piano black finish around the 8.4-inch Uconnect display. The infotainment system is the 8.4-inch Uconnect display, which we can see in all Chrysler, Dodge and Jeep models. If you have a look at the infotainment system, we are at the bottom we are having the menus listed. On the left side we are having the radio where we are currently in, and we can select and store multiple radio stations in here, and also we can browse different frequencies through the next and previous button. If you go to the audio, it will bring the audio settings. We have the balance fade adjustments here. There is no surround audio system available in this car. The car is having a normal 6-speaker audio system, which sounds great. It's having good bass and clarity. And if you go below, we are having the equalizer controls here. Then we have the speed adjustment, the speed adjusted volume settings here. Then again, if you go down, we have the autoplay function, which will play from the connected USB whenever the car starts. That's it. Then if you go to the media button, where we can select multiple media sources, such as Bluetooth, auxiliary or USB 1 and 2. And on the right side we have some information available from the track, or we want to display the map, then that option is also available here. Then we have the Bluetooth setup also shown in the right side of the display. And at the bottom it's just general, next, previous tracks, and also the same audio settings. Then again, moving further, we have the climate control settings here. It is having a dual zone automatic climate control, so we have the both driver and passenger adjustments available here. Or if you want to adjust both together, you can just push the sync button, which will adjust both temperatures together. Then we have the Uconnect apps section. In this one, we are having this includes the similar settings only. And also these items are reconfigurable. If you want to change anything at the bottom, just push and hold on that particular item and we can place it anywhere we want. And again, we have, if you go to the right, we have the phone settings here. It controls the Bluetooth hands-free system. It will show us the phone name and the favorite contacts, whichever we saved, and all the other items can be browsed from here, the phone book and the messages and all these details. And again, on the next side, we have the navigation system. It's a basic navigation system which we find in all Chrysler, Dodge and Jeep cars. Easy to use, and if you want to enter any destination and all, we can just go type it over there and it will give us the results, and we can navigate really easily. And at the last, we are having the main settings button where we can control all the infotainment system settings here. As you can see, the display mode is there. Then the units we can select from imperial and metric. Then the voice control, length and such things are available here. And if you go to the clock settings, we can adjust the clocks 24 hours or for 12 hours and sync with GPS, such functions. Then the camera, there is a camera delay option whenever the car is in the reverse mode. We are having a nice backup camera with guided lines, and once the car is again back to drive mode, the camera will be displayed for some more time. That is what is the backup camera delay function. And again, if we go down, we have multiple safety features selection options are available here, such as the parking sensors volume and blind spot alert, all these kind of settings. Then we have the automatic parking brake enable or disable option here, and also the brake service option will take us to will allow us to release the parking brakes for the service. And then the automatic headlights and the interior lighting settings. Then we have the door lock settings also. Then if you go to the engine off, it will give us the power off delay. And then audio settings, again it will bring us the same audio settings which we have seen in the radio menu. Then at the bottom we have the phone and hands-free system settings. Again, if you go down, we have the reset button, and below that we have the hazard button and the screen off function, and also the parking sensors on off button and the park assist function as well. Once we press on the park assist, it will show us some guidelines to park the car in multiple modes. If we go to the right or left, it will show us the multiple kind of parking selection, like perpendicular and parallel parking assist. And moving below, we have the passenger airbag on off display, and then we have the tune as well as volume buttons on the both sides of those controls. Moving below, we have the manual controls for the automatic dual zone air conditioning system. Then below that, we have the automatic four-wheel drive selection button. Once it is in auto mode, the car will decide the type of drivetrain depending on the terrain. Otherwise, we can select it. We can just simply rotate it and select the multiple options such as snow, sand and mud. On the right side, we have a single USB and an auxiliary port, and also a 12-volt power outlet. Below that, we have a small storage space available. Next to that, we have the gear lever for the 9-speed automatic gearbox. We are having a push button here, which can be used to shift through different gears, and also we have a manual drive option available here as well, through which we can control the gears manually. Below that, we have the automatic parking brake button. Just pull it to activate the brake and push it to release the brake. Then we have the traction control on off button as well, and next to that we have two standard sized cup holders, and also we are having a small center armrest with a storage area inside. The armrest is also slidable. Now this is a close look at the front seats. In the center of the dashboard, we can see a center speaker is available here, along with two tweeters on both sides. Having a look at the glove box, it's a pretty large one. It is having the owner's manual inside. And moving further, we are having a auto dimming kind of rear view mirror, which can be turned on and off with the push of this button. And on top, we are having the controls for the large beautiful sunroof, which can be controlled using this button. It will control the blind, and the other button can be used to open the sunroof. Pretty large sunroof with a really large opening along with a wind deflector. Next to that, we are having the interior lights as well as the toggle to select the interior lighting controls, and as well as the lighting on off button. The lights are normal incandescent kind of lights. Having a look at the sunshade, we are having mirrors along with lights inside, and the headliner of the car is finished in cloth with some handles for all passengers. Now let's have a look at the rear space. The trunk release button is located at the bottom here. Let's have a look at the engine. So here is a look at the engine bay of the new Compass. We are having a 2.4 liter multi-air 4-cylinder engine with 180 horsepower. The rear doors are similarly finished as the front doors. We are having much harder materials on top, along with the leather finish at the bottom, with the speakers, storage area, and the window controls. And these are the rear seats of the new Compass. So you can see the similar finish available here as white leather along with cloth finish in the center. Once we step inside, when we check the leg room, the Compass is having really good leg room here. I'm 6 feet height, and the front seats are adjusted to my height and level, and this is the available leg room. It is really nice. Talking about the headroom, we are in a lower side here since my hair is already touching the headliner. And also in the center, we can see there are two AC vents for the rear passengers, as well as a normal household power outlet along with the USB charging port. And in the center, we have a slight bump there. And also the center seat can be converted to a center armrest with two cup holders for the rear passengers, but it will be giving us a direct view towards the trunk of the car. And this is the view from the rear side of the Jeep Compass. So now let's drive the Compass and see how the drive feels. We're definitely getting a high mounted seating position, which gives a really nice driving feel for the car. The car is having slight body rolls since I think it's because of the height of the car. And the acceleration is fair. It's having a 2.4 liter engine only. So for that, and we're comparing the size of the car, it's okay. And also the visibility of the car is really good. And even with the sunroof open, it really gives a it really gives lot of light inside, and also we have all around really nice visibility, and the reachability is also very nice, since we have this center armrest which is adjustable. We'll have everything in a reachable distance, and also the seats are really comfortable as well. With the power lumbar, it gives nice support for long distance drives and all. So overall, the Compass is a really good option in the compact SUV segment. The only point where it lacks is the power. The suspension of the car is also a really soft one and very comfortable one. And the other thing which I found it as a slight issue is the road noise. The car gives us a lot of road noise inside, and also engine noise, which should have been, the insulation of the car should have been improved a bit. The camera quality is also it's good. We cannot say that it's the best one because the resolution should have been improved a bit, but still it's a nice feature to have along with this guidelines and all.